You're listening to HackFit Highlights, cybersecurity stories you can understand in 15 minutes. Hi, I'm Jenny, and I represent CMIT Solutions of Southwest Jax, a local IT managed services provider for small to mid-sized businesses in and around Southwest Jax. Welcome to our channel. Let's not reinvent the wheel. Today's workout is brought to you by Derby.com. It's an amazing free resource loaded with tons of workouts and tools to help you get started on your fitness journey. This site only runs on donations. Otherwise, you pay nothing. I remember when I heard the news related to the Colonial Pipeline back in 2021. I only heard about it through Facebook reels of people trying to fill grocery bags with gasoline. In fact, when I heard that the pipeline was attacked, I thought physically attacked, like the Trans-Alaska Pipeline getting hit with a bullet back in 2001. No. In 2021, we're dealing damage with technology. So we're going to look at how badly it hurt and how it happened. I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison and start with describing the Trans-Alaska Pipeline caused by physical damage to the pipeline. Daniel Carson Lewis shot a hole into a weld near Living Good, Alaska, causing the second largest mainline oil spill in pipeline history by this time. A random drunk hunter, a citizen of a town with a population of 24 people in Alaska, was the cause of this incident. The total oil loss value comes out to $171,540. The initial damage, for some calculation here, is 6,144 barrels of oil lost, valued at about $90 per barrel. And recovery efforts were able to recover 4,238 barrels. So the total oil loss value comes from about 1,906 barrels. This doesn't account for, however, the implicit cost of damages. So there's outage time and an oil cleanup of 2 acres of tundra that costs more than $7 million. The operational downtime, 60 hours. Now, the Colonial Pipeline attack was caused by a hacker group called DarkSide. It took a day between May 6 and 7 to detect the attack and the ransomware before operations shut down the computer systems, basically cut off the infected arm. In true computer fashion, some of the damages are translated from Bitcoin. So the total value of lost Bitcoin comes out to $2.1 million. The initial damage was a paid ransom of 75 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to about $4.4 million, and recovered Bitcoin following negotiations from the incident got back 63.7 Bitcoin, which is equivalent to $2.3 million. Now, the implicit cost of damages were the amount paid to national forces putting the country into a state of emergency and those sent to handle the situation, and the business loss of operational shutdown time of 6 days. Colonial Pipeline Chief Executive Joseph Blount told a U.S. Senate committee that the attack occurred using a legacy virtual private network, VPN, system that did not have multi-factor authentication in place. That means the VPN was accessible through a password, just a password. Though it is quoted in the articles, it was a complicated password. I do want to provide one piece of advice here. If you find yourself in a ransomware situation as a business, federal guidance states do not pay the ransom. Consult with your local authorities. You can receive the data back after paying the ransom, but it can still be encrypted, and you're also still losing data integrity. And as you can see, they also have resources out there to help businesses cut back on the losses. The method of attack was placing ransomware into the network, which included billing and accounting systems. So employee data and customer data was compromised here. All companies rely on a third-party system, especially for billing and accounting, but not everyone uses those super important protections on their usage and subscriptions and their downloads. Keep in mind, all software, applications, and computer systems carry vulnerabilities that can be exploited. Kind of like the way a bulletproof vest mitigates gunshot wounds, most IT specialists and system architects use preventative measures that keep hackers from getting to those soft spots, but keep in mind that these mitigations are not 100% fail-safe. But they're much more effective than, say, being shirtless. And it's your responsibility to make sure these protections and patches are updated regularly to account for the thousands of new risks that pop up every day. This message is for those of you who keep ignoring those Update Now notifications on your computers. Help me choose my next cybersecurity breakdown. My good friend and local hair colorist Shannon at Shenandoah Glamour asked me to cover a local Jacksonville cyberattack story. Now, 2 prominent stories stood out that I'm happy to research and then share with you right here on this channel. Check out our Twitter page at CMIT Southwest Jax, CMIT SWJAX, to cast your vote by June 2024. I'm Jenny with CMIT Solutions in Jacksonville, Florida. If you want to learn more, follow us on Twitter at CMIT SWJax. Thanks for listening, and I hope this was helpful.